Okay, should they recast Luke Skywalker for modern storytelling? Whew, there's some drama and a half for that. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mark Hamill played the shit out of Luke. And honestly, any other actor that tries to portray that type of acting would, give off watered down vibes. But I do believe with the right type of passion and a little bit of guidance from Mark Hamill himself, we could get a pretty good modern Luke Skywalker. And why will we need a more modern Luke Skywalker? Just so we can have more adventures with the character. And it's kind of hard to do when the character is Mark Hamill's face. He's obviously grown out of the role, especially with what recent Star Wars has done to him. He's definitely not coming back as an older, wiser Luke Skywalker. No, he's dead. He's a Force ghost. And yeah, he can come back as a Force ghost, but I think a lot of Star Wars fans would agree they would rather prefer seeing young Luke Skywalker's adventures in between the trilogy of movies that we watched and enjoyed. We would like to see the stuff from old Star Wars Legends adapted into either a live-action Luke Skywalker streaming series or a live-action Luke Skywalker movie. I think a lot of people would pay just to have tickets to that movie. A lot of people would reap and joy the way they did when they saw a young Luke Skywalker come in that elevator and start taking down fucking mobs of robots with his green lightsaber, because that in the end the season finale of The Mandalorian season 2, we all wept with joy and hype because we didn't see that coming because of how old Mark Hamill is, and the fact that they were able to DH him and show that boss imagery of Luke Skywalker that we all have in our heads when we think of the character. So I'm just thinking, why not just monopolize on that? Just get an actor who looks like a young Mark Hamill and is a super big fan of not just Star Wars, but specifically Luke Skywalker, that, they always cosplay as Luke, that they're always going to conventions as Luke, and they, know everything about the character, because I feel like you need that passion for them to truly give their best effort to portray the character. And it won't just be enough them, having a serious thing for Luke. No, I feel like you also would need to fly out Mark Hamill so you can have him be the guiding force behind this, actor portraying his character, so that we know that character will be put on the right path. Like, he will say, react, and do things the way Mark Hamill would as Luke Skywalker. Because you don't want another Solo situation where, yeah, the arguments are still in on whether or not that actor looks like a younger Harrison Ford, but still, with all of the stuff he was doing to try and convey he was a younger Han Solo, it just wasn't pulling through. And it just made the entire movie feel watered down. And that's no slack on the actor. I'm pretty sure he was giving his best, but with the director and the writers, they all just made a pretty, watered down story of a younger Han Solo adventure. And that's just what made the character feel less and less like a younger Han Solo. Maybe they could have just flown out Harrison Ford to give him more guidance on what a younger Han Solo would do or how they would react, but they didn't, or at least I don't think they did. And that's what really made the character feel cheapened, in my opinion. But that's something they can do for a young Luke Skywalker, is just have Mark Hamill be the guiding force for the actor so that they can really portray a great young Luke Skywalker. So we can have more adventures with that character, so they can make more content for said character, especially since we're in a drought of, exciting Star Wars stuff, since all the stuff that they do have announced is really just giving people vibes, like they're not really excited for it. So those are just my thoughts on what they could do if they went down this road of recasting Luke Skywalker. But I'm pretty sure you guys have your own opinions. Just, try to keep them, subtle and polite in the comment section below, as well as ring that notification bell for more Star Wars content. And like, share, subscribe, and follow if you enjoyed this video. Until the next video, may the Force be with you and stay great.